Hey, good morning, everyone. Today is the 8th of May, and we are back with Shift Happens, your AI podcast, where we're talking about complex systems and the real world application of those systems. I'm Rob with the 411 and S2 Technical, and I'm here with Joy from AI Wizards and NPM Marketing. Full disclosure, I'm also part of AI Wizards. And how are you, Joy?
I am great. How are you?
I'm great. Can't complain. Yeah, nobody listen if I did. My dad would used to say. uh, so what's on your mind today?
So today we're going to talk about a new feature that came out on ChatGPT. I think it's been out for 2 weeks now, maybe, and it's the memory feature. So when I was listening to a podcast about this new feature, I was like, what does that really mean? How is that going to play out? And now that we've set it up, I'm amazed at what it means and how it plays out. So I thought first we could show how to enact the memory feature. If you
Okay.
want to
Yep,
bring
absolutely.
up your screen,
So
awesome.
if we go to our ChatGPT, down on the left side, pick your name and then go to settings, and it's going to be under personalization and memory. Uh, oh, interesting. It turned off my custom instructions. Okay, interesting. Okay, and then if you click on learn more, it tells you a little bit more about what memory is. But let's play devil's advocate. Hey, why would I need that, Joy? Why don't I just put in custom instructions?
Well, we started with custom instructions, which is really telling ChatGPT who you are and how you want it to respond. And that was great because then you didn't have to put in your prompt all the things about your business. It was automatically in there, it was stored. So that was a great feature to save you time and give you more personalized responses and to make it sound like you. So it's not robotic. Love it. Well, when memory came out, it it knows all of the conversations you've had with ChatGPT and pulls from that to give you an even better response. So if you think about custom instructions is here, this is who I am and this is how I want you to respond. And then for us, we've been on ChatGPT for a year and a half and it has this much information about us. Then you move in ChatGPT to up here and it's going to respond with all this information. Amazing. I mean, scary, amazing.
So I think it is the next step of custom instructions. It's custom instructions times 10 across threads, where it's able now to provide a much better context for you and me and who we are and what we're interested in and conversations and questions we've asked. So I think, would it be accurate to say this capability provides a much more contextually aware conversation?
And yes, and how that plays out for business owners is time. I mean, we talked about in our workshop, it's about time and money.
Right.
Well, we're always fighting for more time, more efficiency. Well, having this feature taking into account hundreds of conversations that I've had with ChatGPT, hundreds over 15, 18 months. I don't even want to know how many conversations. It would probably scare some of our listeners. But to pull from that, me personally, is just a game changer in time. I mean, it's filling in the blanks that I don't have to fill in anymore. And then the benefit is too, the more you use it, just how much better it's going to get.
Yep. So for our small business owners, again, met time. But if you're a business owner, and I'm going to play devil's advocate, I think in this podcast, why bother? Why I got my system down, right? Why I know who I am. I don't need this robot to tell me anything.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of having a robot tell you anything. It's a matter of filling in the gaps of your business. So I was doing a presentation this morning and I said, if you look at AI as an assistant and you need certain gaps filled in, I need this gap filled in, I need this gap filled in, I don't want to hire an employee full time or part time. AI is the gap that can utilize it. And it really doesn't matter what area of business we're talking about, because an AI tool can really fill in that gap. I mean, we talk about marketing a lot. It doesn't have to be marketing. It can be accounting. It can be operations. It can be um, risk management. It can be data analysis. I mean, you think about any part of your business that you say, God, I wish I had time to do that, or I need to do that, or I haven't done that in a long time. There's an AI tool that can help you so you can get that done in efficient and quick manner.
I think that's a great way to explain it. AI fills the gaps in your business, and it lets you scale beyond yourself without hiring employees. Would uh, I think those are powerful, poignant points. And this memory feature even closes the gap even further. What another interesting thought about this memory feature? I remember over the last year, there have been people who have built businesses on the idea of custom instructions. I'll make custom instructions
Yeah.
for you. So this memory module just wiped out a lot of businesses. Sam Altman actually has been quoted as saying the next version of ChatGPT, which, by the way, they said they weren't working. They implied they weren't working on, but we all knew that they were working on it. There's no way they weren't. He has said something to the effect of the next version of ChatGPT will wipe out something on the order of 85% of startups that are built around ChatGPT 4. So that's the speed with which this is moving. These smart agents and these new capabilities that are coming all along, just phenomenal speed and phenomenal movement. And I think you're right. This I can already I can already see the implications of this memory feature and just making it more smarter, filling more gaps. Uh, it's
Well,
never good.
and that's what we're in business for, is to grow our business, to scale it, to meet our financial goals, to provide service to clients and prospective clients, and having the ability to have a tool that remembers every single conversation you have ever had. I can't even imagine the benefits that it's going to have in the short term and the long term, because it's constantly learning. So maybe in theory the prompts will get shorter because it knows what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm not, it's filling in the blanks. So what I'm seeing over the last couple of weeks is it's filled in the blanks in the response that I didn't even ask for, because I might have a 2, 3 sequence prompt, and it's filling in the answers before I even answer my second prompt, before I even ask my second prompt. That's kind of mind blowing.
That no, it is. It's yeah. I'm reminded of a quote by a gentleman who owns a company called UAI, and he said something a while back that blew my mind. He said, "Who knew that consciousness essentially? Let me say, who knew uh, he said something along the line. Who knew that consciousness was just a simple of logical progression or something of that nature? Where logic, it's logic and it's interpretation of the next step. But we're seeing this on such an amplified scale. It is mind blowing. It's mind blowing in the aspect that you have a muse. It's also a muse. It is you muse, right? That it's never tired. It's never angry. It's a perfect sounding board from a logical perspective. Uh, I think that's amazing.
Well, and I had such an interesting conversation this morning. And this was an Air Force guy, a retired Air Force guy who was in, and I don't want to say programming, but for this conversation, programming. And he talked about how AI has been around for a long time. And just building on it and getting better and different applications. And I said, part of it is market driven. Like, it's not going to be released to the public until the public is willing to accept it. And I'm not saying we're there yet, because there's so much fear around it. And the growth of AI has been so fast that it's hard for business owners or just people in general to kind of grab hold of it, because the speed of which it's developing is so incredible. But I said, you know, the effects it's going to have, not just in business, but in healthcare and education and so many different fields, is you have to be an educated consumer. You have to get into the game, because when you go to your doctor who's using an AI stethoscope or some kind of mirror to scan you, your health at a basic level, you want to be able to communicate with your doctor and on some kind of level. And if they're advancing the technology this far and you're not even in the game, it's a detriment to you. And that's why we're doing these workshops. You got to get in the game, because the game is moving so fast.
Literally. That's great. That's great. I think we've said that a couple times. You won't be replaced by an AI, but you will be replaced by a human with an AI, and it's just a matter of scalability. We're both in the marketing realm, right? If you have a marketer, here's a role example. So a little while back, we were doing some helping out someone trying to get some videos made, right? And one of the people interviewing for this job has a team of videographers, and he wanted his pitch was I'll $15,000. I'll make you a couple of videos for $15,000. Had another gentleman who's a solopreneur who could do it for 500 and produce, and their content was both good, right? They have different styles, but both would have been a satisfactory product. So we asked the gentleman the $15,000 gentleman, why is your price tag so different? And his response was, well, I have a staff to feed, right? So I have to, right? And if we can get an equivalent product from a business owner's perspective on this side of the table for $500, we're going to go that $500 route. And the $500 gentleman is using AI. The other guy is chopping up the videos himself. And whether we like it or not, or whether someone likes it or not, the $500 guy is going to win the majority of those deals. And so if you're not using AI, you're the $15,000 guy.
Well, and it's efficiency too, in terms of time. I mean, the AI editing videos with AI is so much faster than manual labor. And trust me, I'm in the thick of it right now, and it's been difficult I'm learning a new video editing program, and I'm using the AI tools that are offered. And it's been like a frustrating learning curve for the last few days, but it's amazing how quickly, once you learn the program, how quickly you can edit once you have implemented these AI tools. And the first tool and I wrote down like step 1, step 2, like in my notebook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, so I wouldn't forget, because every time you miss a step, it's painful. But now, day 4, I'm on it. I upload it. I use the magic tools. I make it look more enhanced. I add all the things, but my efficiency level is in a month is going to be so much faster than someone who has to do it old school. I mean, and I'm not talking about video editing. I'm talking about everything: accounting, inventory, whatever aspect of your business. Once you learn it and implement it, the savings of time is going to be dramatic.
Agreed. It's just it is already. I mean, it's allowed me in multiple avenues just to scale my business to what I could not do without it. Literally could not do without it. And I think that's just going to continue to manifest in every aspect. There's a new tool I was looking at last night called Odyssey for the Mac, and what they've done is they've packaged a lot of these tools into one wrapper. And so you download this one tool, and it helps with everything from YouTube video scripts to imagery to marketing to emails. It is pretty cool. But one tool replaces a staff of people for most people.
Yeah. And I think being willing to be open to it now is just going to pay dividends down the road. And I think we saw that in the workshop of people interest in learning more so they can apply it to their business, which is our goal, to say this is the door, this is the way through the door, here's the realm of possibilities. So pick
Yeah,
out what area you want to work on first.
this is the adjacent possible. This is what's doable. This is where we can go from here. And these improvements are expanding what's adjacently possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
right on.
So,
Cool.
well, that's it for me
I
this
think
week.
that's a wrap. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you. You're awesome. Good to see you again, and look forward to our next class.
All right. Sounds good.
Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.